Golly, you know how much work went into this deer?
All right, so today we're doing a controlled burn. We're getting started on the farm. Right now is the time of the year when I like to get in and get all my big work done. Deer season's over. It's the first half of February. So we're gonna burn all this section off. I gotta have the wind die down a little bit, but we're burning this whole thing off right here. And then right in here, I'm gonna plant clover and alfalfa, some comeback kid and some alfalfa in here. You can already tell that this clover plot right here has already established pretty good. We're gonna make it about an acre on this, so it's time for 2025 deer season to kick off. So right now, I am just getting on HuntWise because I mapped all of this out, this entire field. I mapped it out how I wanted it. But right now I'm just making sure of my points where I connected, because I went in there into the plot section and plotted everything out. So it shows that right here is the end of my screening, which is about right. So right here's the end of screening, and I got that white oak right up here behind me. That white oak right there is where I'm going to put that stand at. And then about right in here is where the beans, I'll have a strip of screening here, is what it's saying. I got the screening going down, 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 down. Keep it going, 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 right here. So clover and alfalfa ends right there. So that works. 10-4. Now we got everything kind of mapped out, and I know where I need to burn to. I'm gonna burn this section off. All right, well, here comes the fun part. Now if I can get the lighter to light. There it went. All right, so I'm about 95% sure that I don't have eyelashes anymore, but first burn is done. We can go and plant the alfalfa and the comeback kid now. But before we plant it, I want to show you the result. Now I kind of want to give you, we've done all this, and I kind of need to give you a reason of why I'm doing what I'm doing. So whenever you go and you start planting, you're going to have everybody in the world tell you 50 different things on what you should plant. The main thing to keep from all this and to remember from all this is plant what you want, try new things out, just enjoy it and have fun, enjoy the process. But from my side of it, I'm trying to hold deer here in certain times of the year that deer are already here. So on this parcel, you know, deer are staying on this property mainly in September. So I'm planting the beans. I got the alfalfa and the clover planted. That's going to hold them here in September. I usually get a couple bucks cruising around checking for does during the rut, and then I get some new deer that come in December. So I'm kind of doing a half mix of grains and greens. So I got the beans and the alfalfa here for September. They're coming in. The goal is to kill one in September here. That's the goal. If I don't, then I got radishes coming in on one side. I got some turnips and stuff over here beside the on the other side beside the pond here. Then I'm either gonna do standing corn or milo over on the back side over here. So I kind of get that mix, and if you're going into November or late season, I'm gonna mow that corn down, not leave it standing. I'm just gonna mow that acre of corn down and leave it laying right there. And I got a stand here on this side, and I got a stand here on this side, and then probably I'm gonna put a stand over here on this end. But we're gonna go through and screen all this for cover and kind of make a maze with some Egyptian wheat and some real tall sorghum, and that incognito from Domain, we're gonna put that in here for screening. But just keep in mind that plant something also that benefits you. So if you hold deer in September, your season comes in September, plant something that's gonna benefit you and kill those deer in September. If you hold deer only in the rut and your property is a rut spot, then I would probably plant some radishes or some standing corn. You know, you can plant beans in September, and then if you have, you know, a property that holds deer late season or holds deer in November, a thing of standing corn or a thing of radishes is probably going to do you a little bit better than a thing of standing beans. Deer like to hit those. Beans do have a second glucose stage. Try not to get technical with this, but from what I've noticed is the deer like to have green beans versus the dry beans. They will hit those standing beans over in the later season. If you got deer that are holding in September, like I said, you know, clover, can't beat clover. You know, a good clover stand next to a bean mix really helps out. But just try to have like a little mix of grain and greens, or you can do like a straight radish and greens mix if your season comes in October. But just have fun with it. Have fun, experiment. If it doesn't work, try something else. That's the beauty of it. You can make whatever you want with any of this stuff. Don't let somebody else tell you, you know, what they would do. You know, opinions and advice are two different things. So don't take everybody's opinion, but if someone's trying to give you liable advice, even I try to take liable advice. You know, just take from it and learn from it and be like, you know, there might be something to that, but have fun with it. Who cares what you plant? Plant something, have fun, see what happens. But we got to get tree stands. One thing I will do right now is I'm going to hang my stands, get my lanes cleared out and everything else, because I'm going to make this out, because right now I'm picking my trees, and then I'm going to kind of funnel the deer through past my stands. So I'm not coming in here. I'm not going to hang my sets now, but I'm going to come in here and hang these tree stands and get everything cleared out. And then closer on the season, all I got to do is just hang sticks up and bounce around these sticks and stuff and hang some stands up. And I stay real mobile on my farm, switching up. It's done me good for the past couple of years with bucks. So I'm gonna get everything cleared out now. That way I don't have to do so much, and it just saves me so much time during season. So we got a white oak tree right here. We're gonna find another tree right here or right here. So let's get this helo hung up and let's clear some branches out. All right, so I got the trees picked out. I really like that tree that's gonna be over here on this side of the first one, this pine tree. It's gonna be just like when I shot splits. We're gonna be higher than senator socks in it, but sometimes that's what you gotta do. I got a couple small trees. If I wanna shoot into the clover, a couple small trees around about right here that I need to clear out to be able to shoot over. I don't wanna take all my cover away, so I'm gonna leave a gap, but what I'm gonna do now is, since I have switched up the game plan for this side where the beans and the alfalfa and clover's gonna be, I'm gonna cut down a couple rub posts. So I got a scrape tree right there, scrape post, they can run, put their glands on it, make scrape. I'm gonna put a rub post on the corners of where the tall stuff is gonna be. I'm gonna put one over here by this end of the pond, and then I'm gonna put one over here on this end over here. So I'm gonna put just a couple in there so they have something to kind of come in through and hit and make them stop for a little bit and hopefully get more scrapes in here. But yeah, I'm gonna get that taken care of, but I'm liking the tree selection right now. Well, if you made it to the end of the video, it means we're done. The biggest takeaway from this that you can get out of this is go ahead and do stuff now. So go ahead, you don't have to do a whole bunch at one time. But like right now, go in, get your stand situation figured up, especially if you're on private. Go ahead, get your stand situation figured up. And if you go out on public, go ahead and try to figure up a game plan there too, and start taking action with that, going and picking trees and stuff and scouting and picking out spots that you want to go to. But if you're hunting private, biggest thing right now is just go ahead and get stuff done. You already kind of know what your deer were doing. You already know what you need to improve, and then do just a little bit at a time. That way when you get 2 months into season, you're not doing anything. And the biggest thing is just stay out of there close to season. Best thing to do is just stay away and not interrupt that spot, because it makes life so much easier whenever you're hunting deer in your area that you haven't pressured. Other people might pressure them and your neighbors might be pressuring them, but if you got everything done and your neighbors are still working on their crap, the deer are over on you. So it makes life so much easier. Makes it a little bit easier trying to kill them. But go ahead and do stuff now. I appreciate everybody that's hung in here into the video. We got some fruit trees to plant. They should be here not too long. We got to frost seed some clover in for my brother's spot. And then after that, we got turkey season, and then we'll be full forced into planting season. So I appreciate you guys. If you like the content, comment. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook and keep up with us on daily stuff. And I appreciate you guys.